What's up, everybody? I think when I make these people have a hard time trying to grasp what I'm saying when I talk about racism in America. You got to see, first of all, they look at black people as lazy. Black people are not lazy. You know, who you think built the goddamn country? Who you think, was built off of free labor? If you want to talk about lazy, you can look at the people in corporate America. Because the higher you go, the less you do. All you do is push buttons and calculate numbers and shit like that. You don't do nothing physical. So black people are not lazy. But what you got going on now is what we call social engineering. And ever since the Constitution was written, black people have been socially engineered to be the lowest level of a real life monopoly game. It was written in the Constitution, and that's why the prevailing conditions doesn't change. It doesn't matter if black people vote for Democrat, Republican, conservative. The conditions will still remain. And you got to realize black people do not vote as a group for one. And that's what racism is about. Racism is about a group. It's a group phenomenon, and you must compete as a group. That's why when immigrants come to America, they may come here as immigrants, but the first thing they do is they start looking for people that look like them. They look for their type of neighborhood. They look for somebody that has something in common with the way they dress, the way they wear their hair, the foods they eat, and the music they listen to. Like when Indians come here, they look for like Indians like them. When Latinos come here, they look for Latinos that look like them, whether they be from Mexico, Puerto Rico, or Guatemala, or Ecuador, or something like that. They look for somebody that has something in common with them. That's why racism is a group phenomenon. Race means to compete. It's a competitive relationship between groups of people. And the ISM, the suffix means that the prevailing conditions must remain. Now, the prevailing conditions must remain in America because you realize that white people wrote the laws. They wrote the laws. And the Constitution itself is racism. That's why whenever they say we the people, that is a jaded and ambiguous term to mean white people. They say we the people or all the people. They're talking about white people because black people were slaves at the time when the Constitution was written. It says we the people or all the people. And when they talking about black people, they say those. They say those with broken souls or those in servitude, those indentured servants. They're talking about black people. They don't use the term black in the Constitution because they don't want to leave a paper trail. They want to leave jaded and ambiguous terms. They don't use the word white, I don't think, because they don't want to seem like they were racist at that time. But the Constitution was racist, and you got to understand at the time when the Constitution was written and racism was so prevalent, they didn't see anything wrong with what they were doing. The power, the founding fathers or whatever like that. But racism is a competitive relationship between groups of people. And like I said before, it's not all about education. Because you got to look at most of these educated people, these so-called educated people, don't go back and help their neighborhoods where they're from. And a lot of these people that go get education through loans and shit like that, they end up can't find a job, but they got an education for, and they still got to pay back their money. So education is not necessarily the big deal that is going to put black people in a proper place where we can do things for ourselves. It's all about money. It's about group economics. It's about money going from one black hand to another black hand to another black hand to another black hand, like it does in the Jewish neighborhood. But black people, we spend 98% of our money with everybody else. That's why black neighborhoods look so bad. The minute we get money, it leaves out the corner store, it leaves out the sneaker store, it leaves out the telephone shop, it leaves the neighborhood right away. But most people live off 100% of their income and 98% of black people's money. And that's why their neighborhoods look a lot better than what the black neighborhoods look like. Because they got money, they got their money and our money. That's why. Black people spend 98% of our money with other people, while most people live off 100% of their income and 98% of black people's money. And money in black neighborhoods don't go from one black hand to another black hand to another black hand. It's usually the Arabs in the corner store, the Chinese on the liquor stores, the hair care products, the nail care products, the Chinese restaurant. And they even getting into religion now, and that's really gonna fuck black people up, because that's the main thing that keeps black people fucked up is religion. We Jews, Baptists, Christians, Muslims, 5%ers, Moors. The powers that be, the government don't care about that shit, what your religion is. That shit don't mean nothing to them. And that's what's wrong with black people right now. We don't sit together as a group and practice racism like everybody else. Everybody else is racist. They got Chinese buses downtown. You don't see black bus companies downtown, but nobody says nothing about that. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.